Hey guys, Fire here, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out TP Bullet. This game is developed by 9 Rations, published by Ratalaika Games, and is currently available in the Xbox Store for a price starting at $4. It's a puzzle platformer where you're basically kind of recruited by a sheriff, and then you kind of solve puzzles and defeat bad guys. It's kind of the premise of the short little 30-second cutscene intro thing you get, but the levels are pretty simplistic. The game features 80 levels, but out of those 80 levels for what's available, as far as achievement wise, you only need to complete the first 40, so it looks like there's going to be additional achievements added to the game, which is kind of nice. Level design wise, honestly the game's kind of basic and a little simplistic. I will say that it does get a little challenging as you get further along, but you do need to kind of drag yourself through the first 20 or so levels that are honestly very slow paced. It's a game that it can be easily just distracting and lose your focus in, because just the atmosphere of the game's honestly kind of bland for what's there. You don't get to experience a whole lot, and the game does a really slow job at kind of introducing new mechanics. It's about every 10 levels or so that you really get to see something new while you're playing, and the main premise is to get from one end to the other on a single screen level and collect a coin. That coin is going to finish out the level, and you have the ability to jump and then shoot bullets, which just allow you to kind of teleport from one end to the other with cubes, manipulate cubes, give you things to jump on, new platforms, and create pathways. It's overall a very simplistic game that, for me, gets rather kind of boring. I think one of my bigger gripes in the game is there's actually a portion in the, I guess you could say, little intro cutscene where you can see that you can shoot the little bad guys, but every time I've tried to shoot them in game, when they appear at the later levels, granted they are far later levels, you really can't do much with them, and you can't eliminate them, so, and your bullets are so scarce anyway, that it really just becomes kind of challenging to do anything kind of without the bullets, that it kind of just makes no sense that the enemies kind of appear without the ability to eliminate them. I think overall it's an okay game for $5, but for me it's kind of bland. I don't know. There's just no kind of soul to the game, if that makes any sense. And you know, for me, that's kind of a big thing in these kind of games, is to where they actually kind of get to feel like you're playing something versus and being immersed a little bit, which, you know, this one kind of just swings and misses, unfortunately for me. I normally like these kind of games, but this one it's just not doing it for me. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna really recommend TP Bullet, but if it's a game that you think you might like, I definitely recommend you kind of go check it out for yourself. It's fairly cheap, so it's not like you're sinking in a ton of money to give this game a shot, but it's a little too basic and bland, and I'm dying way too much while it's talking. So I think this is going to be where I wrap up the video, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me, and as I talk about share my thoughts on TP Bullet, I'd love to know what you guys think down below in the comments. Again, easy achievement game, but kind of bland and boring beyond that. Outside of that, guys, thanks for checking out my channel, and I hope to see you again soon.